Roll with me, damn it.
Oh, hey, it says we're live.
Her.
Hi,
Yeah.
world.
I'm going to go check
Yeah,
it out on
man.
YouTube just for the kicks. Just
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
kicks. The kicks.
Just for the lulz.
The lures.
Lol. Yeah, I need to make sure it's going on YouTube too. I got some people that said they would try to watch.
Nice. Yeah, so hey, I like that sweatshirt, Reese. That looks good.
Yeah, my sweater.
Yeah.
It's one of my generic sweaters.
Yeah, I have a few. They're comfortable, those generic ones.
I do. I'm a big fan of the sweater. So I'll go ahead and share our link here.
What's that?
I'm going to go share our link here on Facebook quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Is it a link to the sweater?
Share it on the tweet.
I'll put it on Twitter too.
I don't know, Chris, you tweet. I try not to tweet unless I'm really about business.
You can say I tweet, but I don't. Like, I try to occasionally, and I try to keep up with Twitter, and I can't.
Oh,
I
it's
don't like
no.
it. It makes me
It's a
angry.
trash fire.
It's quite a ambitious fire.
Makes me angry.
So how's everyone's week going so far?
Well,
Anyone
it's
get
been
blown
okay.
away today? It was a little bit.
I was in the car the whole time, so
Oh, a lot of driving, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab some coffee real quick. It's got done.
Now it's gonna make me want coffee.
Me. That's what you sound like.
I'm gonna punch you.
Not, don't punch your screen.
No,
Yeah,
I'll
that
come
happens.
over there. I don't know where you live, but I'll come find you.
Yeah.
I know where he lives. I'll tell you off air.
You know what, Reese? You're not helping the situation at all.
Thanks, Reese.
That's what you think. This is what I want, though.
That's the wrong type of help. Reese is like, those looters, they're not bad people. Those anarchists,
They're just misunderstood.
they're not so bad.
Trying to share it. There's the Twitter. Share it to the tweeter. Share it on Facebook. Maybe we'll get some viewers.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows who might show up?
Everybody. We're going to take the interwebs by storm this year. People still want to do that?
What now?
See this thing on this forum that says where to start learning PSP development. People still want to do that?
Yeah,
That's old school.
it is, but at the same time, like WordPress is sort of the format that most like do-it-yourself websites use, and that's PSP.
Well, no, I mean, it's for like this kind of PSP.
Like Photoshop?
Called for. No. Like,
It was completely called for. He's talking about PSP, like the actual handheld
this thing
device,
right
Matt.
here.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
People still want to program things for it.
Chris is all into the hacker stuff. He's actually even going for Linux right now, which is damn near the Lord's
Linux is
work right there.
I'm about to whip out my Star Wars cup too.
Do you understand the what this is? You know what? Me and young John from the coffee shop were actually talking about a good old new trilogy, which I won't even, give the satisfaction of calling Star Wars. What's up, Chris?
I gotta go.
Yep, you do.
I gotta get some coffee too.
But we were just talking about how good and how well he left. Remind him, Chris. I won't give this to you.
I didn't go too far.
Go ahead and grab a coffee. We'll be back on.
All right.
All right. I'll wait to talk smack until you're back. What you drinking, Matt?
Oh man, the Maker's Mark.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Barry.
Merry Christmas indeed. Now you're making me want some holiday coffee. Indeed.
Well, it was something special. I gotta say that much.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. I forget it. I have holiday mocha right now going on. Well, I don't have any holiday in it right now, but it's mocha. So I could actually. I need to do anything. Well, I got to work tonight, so I'm covering a shift. So I probably shouldn't.
Yep. See.
Oh, is that the classic? Is that the classic boba?
No.
Oh, okay, that's the Mando with a little
Grogu.
baby Lori. Oh, what did you say?
Grogu.
I'm not sure who that is.
That's his
A
name.
Roku?
I don't know who's a Roku, Chris.
Baby Yoda's name is Grogu.
Baby Yoda's name is Baby Yoda, man.
No, it's Grogu.
I think everyone knows that, and if you want to, you can Baby Lorian, okay?
No.
Grogu. What is Grogu, huh?
His name should have been with a Y for sure. Because the only other two species you've seen was Yoda and Yaddle.
Baby Yoda.
It's not his name.
Pretty sure it is, Chris. Pretty sure it is.
You don't know stuff.
So we were talking, me and young John were talking about how Kylo Ren and even Adam Driver himself, they really were the bright spot in that whole series. Like Driver was just amazing, and Kylo Ren was a pretty decent character, more or less. And
He was almost a decent character.
yeah,
He's a crybaby.
but Driver was damn good.
Yes,
And
it's true.
And if you watch the trilogy, like the first movie really is about the three of them, and then Driver's, just the off bad guy. And then after that, it's just because of the crappy writing. It's just, even through, like, I'd say maybe half or the first third of the second movie, it's still about the three rebels, whatever they're called. And then after that, it's just Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley's movie. That's all it is. It's just their movie. And the other ones are just background characters with shitty lines put into the forefront.
Well, see, and here's the problem. Like, I can't even really have a conversation about that because I haven't seen that third movie. I just won't.
Yeah, no, you can. It took me a few sittings actually to make it through it. So, I mean, and like, there were some moments, man.
I watched them all through the other day, whole marathon.
Yeah, but you know what? Being drunk or in a state of mind that you probably were, like, you know what? The healthy diet that's helping your brain and helping the good healthy tissues. Have you watched the movies since then? Since you've been on your good day? Hey, Metal, what's up, buddy?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, see, you haven't.
I have to. Watch it all the time, over and over. I finished my Darth Bane novel. That was pretty good.
Writing or reading?
The old school one?
Darth Bane, yeah. That took place long before the movies. Created the rule too.
I don't know if he whines more.
He whines a lot. He's a crybaby.
Well, he was the only part like the. Well, he was. There were some nice moments. It's like the movies, and like the movies, I'd say you can pick parts out that were really good. But even the end, like I'll give the end of the last movie was actually, and it's entertaining. I'm not sure if it was good, but it was really entertaining.
Did you see what the middle wrote?
Yeah.
That's what I was referring to.
He's a crybaby. I agree. We better not go on this subject because last time we did it, we talked Star Wars for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, well,
We should probably stop that now.
Oh man, that's funny stuff. I'm not particularly aware of the whole Last Airbender stuff.
have you ever watched The Last Airbender?
I haven't.
It's worth watching. You might even like it, Grease.
What am I hearing?
Chris, what are we hearing?
My pager. It's not for me though. I think it's good.
Should I mute you?
No, I turned it down.
I can mute you just fine. Here, let me help.
Turn it down.
Gotcha, buddy.
So, Chris, we're not looking at nobody's burst into flames and needs CPR imminently or anything.
Well, if Chris bursts into flames, it's okay.
It's not my call. It's Gearing's call.
Okay.
If it was mine, I'd be gone.
Yeah.
Chris has burst into flames a few times, I'm sure, when he walks into churches and such.
I was just in a church. I just helped the preacher move a fridge from the church to his daughter's house. Okay.
Now,
Yeah, they must have good insurance then, huh?
well, the thing you got to remember, Barry, is that God is long suffering.
Matt's just gonna go. Matt's like, I'm saying the same thing, but I'm gonna be a little more eloquent about it.
Well, it's there's lots of time. There's intentionally lots of time to square things with your creators. So
It's true.
He's not
true. He has forgiven Chris for that one thing.
he's not into lighting
No,
people on
same.
fire at random.
No.
He likes to let it ride for a while, and
Yeah.
Gave
Does-
Give us a chance.
Does Chris need to be smited yet again?
Yeah, third time this week.
smiting takes place at the end of time. It's just that's the
Well, with Chris, I wouldn't be surprised if he smites him a few times before that. Just
I might just have to take this one early.
he's like, I love this guy, but God damn it, Chris. God damn me, Chris.
Why did I do that?
Why?
Are you trying to say me? Damn it, Barry? Is that what
Yeah.
I was trying to get out too fast, and I was like, you know what?
me? Damn it.
There's a something in there somewhere. Damn me, Chris.
I don't think that the creator of all and King of Heaven needs to accent his words with himself. I
Right.
think he's
Look,
Better than that.
I'm not going to tell him what he can and cannot
Oh
do.
no. I'm not saying can or can't. I'm saying needs to. It's sort of like when Moses said, "Okay, so if you're really God, what's your name?" And he says, "I am. I
What do you
exist."
need to know?
What
I
are you
believe
talking
what
about?
Moses did not put on there just for his own saving grace was,
Come on, Moses.
damn it, at the end.
I am.
Come
damn.
on, Critical Blast. How we doing?
That's real close to blasphemy, Barry. I don't know. I think if
I'm not
anyone's
saying it's
gonna
not, but I'm not again. I'm not here to argue with God.
say if anyone's about to get the whammy, I think
Thanks for saving me, Barry.
Yeah, right.
taking one for the
Taking one for the team once again.
Oh, that's crazy. That's nuts.
His voice box.
Ahoy, idealists. Ooh, I like that. That's clever.
It's ideal.
Idealists. I don't know if there's anything ideal about idealists here.
Well, we have ideals. That's something, right?
I mean, they're shaky at best.
Well, maybe.
If we could get in. No, I'm joking. That's all just silly
Oh
talking.
man.
Well, it's like Chris and his his love for certain things, blasphemic things like
Star
the
Wars.
movies. It's not called Star Wars, okay? They're called the Turners or something like that. The Abrams is
That Turner. Okay.
not Tina. My goodness, no.
I was trying to figure out what you were
Looking at
talking
Martina?
about.
That's Janet. My bad.
That'd been awesome. Tina Turner as a freaking bad guy. Oh my goodness.
Loki?
Squad goals. Having Jax. Well, yeah.
That's a good one.
Squad goals and ideals.
We'll go with that one.
All right, team.
RJ's cracking me up, man. That's hilarious. So, has anybody? Yeah,
Not at all.
I've been coloring.
You didn't even go out of lines.
I know.
It's getting good.
We didn't blow that up. Look at that shit. I mean, stuff.
That beautiful art, not shit.
Now, is she getting her head severed by the lightsaber there, or is she catching it?
She's catching. Well, Rapunzel is catching it, and then like knocking Jagged Princess back.
Oh, okay. So Jagged Princess is not catching it. She's
Yeah, she's hefted it out of the ground.
holding it at. You know, we should just have Rapunzel wear that as a hat from now on. That's sweet.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
I agree.
Why do I even talk to you?
Use it as a helicopter thing, just the whole time.
Because that's exactly how helicopters work.
It is, obviously. Have you not seen like tons of Warner Brothers cartoons? My God. Why do I have to keep on explaining this stuff? I don't know.
And cartoons don't lie.
Cartoons do not lie.
That's like saying the internet lies. It doesn't.
Check. It's crazy. Crazy stuff. Well, yeah, it looks good. It looks green and looks blue.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. Those are just basic flats. While I add some textures to them here in a second, or some fades actually.
Okay.
Noise.
That's
I like it a lot.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying the coloring on it. I'm now 2 weeks behind though, because I don't know if I told you this, Chris, but I was talking to Barry about it. Christmas Eve, my computer crashed on me.
Oh man.
And I didn't lose anything, but except time. I lost about a week worth of time on all of my projects.
If your computer crashes and that's all you lose, man, that's pretty good, bro.
No, I agree. I am blessed, but
Yeah.
My computer crashed a year ago, and I still haven't got a new one.
And that was in the computer. That's actually that's like my power supply, honestly. On my
That was an Asus
tower.
Republic
It
gaming
crashed
laptop.
2 years ago. It still crashed.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what you're working on. Is that part of the? What's that part of?
this is the Webtoons version of Forces.
Oh, okay. That's just part of the sprucing it up for the old Webtoons.
Yep, and
Very
we're going through pretty much the whole archive,
Right.
and one update at a time. So
Metal. If you don't, Christmas Eve, Christmas. Mm-hmm.
Crashmas Eve. That's a very metal thing to say.
It is very metal.
That's metal as hell.
I'm not even surprised. I'm actually kind of impressed.
Oh, it's good. Christmas is good.
I like it.
So, did everyone have a good New Year's and Christmas? I guess we should ask, since we probably all talked since then. But the people.
We have
You guys
talked
don't
since
talk
then, but
anymore.
only briefly.
Yeah.
Have you been as crazy busy as I have there, Chris?
I've been pretty busy.
It's been nuts. I had a big grant report that I had to get wrapped up.
I did not.
And
Do you have any?
you don't even write grants, Chris.
You don't know.
He could. You don't know, Reese. He could be doing that on a download. He could be.
I know he could, but I also know he doesn't.
Yeah. It's True, but he does. He might someday. He might start.
No, I was asked to once. I was like, nope.
Yeah. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
No, I've just been working, learning, doing that kind of stuff. I started my cybersecurity stuff. So
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, that is.
Well,
weird.
is that just for your hobby? Is that just are you just trying to improve yourself, or is that actually for aspirations of a
I'm hoping to get a career,
career?
which the company I work for, they definitely have positions for that. So
Yeah, you work for a tech company that's like the best in this area for sure by far.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I can't even have our servers because I live in Minnetonka.
and I hope what's funny. This is probably not what they would like to hear or whatever, but I hope they stay within a smaller type company setting, because every internet company that that is large gets bought and then sold, and like they're just trash after that.
Well, and here's the little thing about that you might not know. Chris probably knows this, but Allo did get bought by a company.
They just did.
Yeah.
But that happened a couple years ago too.
Yeah, we originally got bought by Nelnet. Now a new financial company has bought us.
The company that bought them like a couple years ago, they were so dedicated to the small time formula that they because that's what was getting results.
Right. No, yeah, it was growing and blowing up like crazy. It was amazing.
We are spreading out though. Like we got some places in Colorado now, more of Nebraska on the eastern side and everything now. So
the packages that they offer and deliver are 10 times, and the service is 10 times better than.
Oh yeah, makes me sad I can't have it because we don't have it here.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's not much. It's still not in a lot of areas, even all through Scotts Bluff. So.
Yeah, there were some areas I've been to. They're like, yeah, we didn't have it last year because we didn't even have the service here. I'm like, oh,
Yep.
we're just getting them added.
Yeah, I remember. Well, I still don't know if it's still on. If it's on second, because forever I had it up on 7th. Now I have it where I'm at.
Yeah, we pretty much have it everywhere in the main area of town now.
Okay. Yeah, but for years it wasn't down there.
Yeah.
But that's kind of a nastier spot. Anyway.
We've got it clear out on Country Club Road where all the golf course houses now, and all over the place now.
How about yourself, Metal? Listening with bated breath, I'm sure, about our Christmas and internet coverage. Did you have a good Christmas, sir? Matt's having some of his Christmas right now.
It was quacked.
That's true. That's true. Thank you, Barry.
Yeah. Good stuff. Be right back.
It was a great Yule.
It was a great Yule. Yule Hita.
Yule Hita. New Year's was okay until we got one rescue.
Yeah, ours was like I said, the only bad thing for me this season was trying to resurrect my computer, and it worked mostly.
That's good.
I have one kind of hinky thing that happened. You know how like Windows like 8 and on has like auto recovery stuff that's built in?
Yeah.
Somehow in the process of figuring my computer out, my auto recovery options, like most of them aren't there anymore.
I always got rid of mine because I dual boot my Linux on there, and I didn't like to waste that space.
So like I had like the startup repair, and
Right.
I don't have that option anymore.
It's not there.
So I don't know what I did or how to get it back.
Did you mess around in the BIOS at all?
Yeah, a little bit. I was
Something
changing the
there.
boot order so that I could boot from because like it didn't install. It had to reinstall, and it didn't do it correctly.
Oh.
And what I ended up finding out was that Windows 10 has this goofy thing with it where if it goes to sleep while it's installing and you have a password protection on it, it'll basically put a lock on your account so you can't get into it. I'm like, what? So I had to run a program to like turn that feature off so I could get back into it. And then it finished installing and everything was hunky-dory. But in the middle of all of that, I didn't have access to the repair stuff. I don't know what happened to it. So, and I don't want to just reinstall Windows again because it took me, quite a while to that re-download all of my programs that it erased.
Right.
It didn't lose any of my files, but I did lose a bunch of programs and stuff. So
That's a pain.
yeah, huge pain.
Well, you know, Metal, I appreciate you saving Christmas casually as you do every year. I'm a big fan of Christmas. So.
He's amazing.
I think Matt does too.
I'm
Because
not a big fan of
Chris, are you not a fan of Christmas?
I'm not a fan of what Christmas has become. I like the getting together with the family and all that kind of stuff.
Well,
I like all the other.
Christmas is what you make it, my friend.
That's true, but my family
And
made it more about
F
the food.
everything else. Yeah. We have a new subscriber,
Ooh, cool.
David Tenla.
What? Huh?
Tenla.
Tenali?
Well, welcome if you happen to be watching.
I hope you enjoy.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas to us. That brings us to one. Hey, that's faster start than last year.
We're one away from 40. So
I
Hey,
don't have an air horn and confetti to throw.
well, it's okay.
you'll have to just prepare for next time.
Yeah.
All right.
This time we'll let it slide, but next time. Anywho,
Now, if
Yeah,
only
good.
all the people on my comic page would come join the video stuff, it'd be all right.
so have you and Chris, Matt, have you and Chris been working on the old? I know you guys are planning on getting together and stuff on the old.
We were talking about it, but we kept missing each other, and then my computer crashed. And like I noped out of everything while I was trying to, because like the minute I got my computer back and working again, I had to get working on that grant report like I was talking about. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, so I've just been like, I finally got a chance to breathe, like probably New Year's Day. It's like I started Fallout New Vegas and just kind of vegged for a little while.
That's like report, work with Chris. No. Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, it was very much like that. I've got some comic scripting and stuff I need to finish up. I haven't even done any of that yet.
That's all right. You know, I mean,
Yeah, I haven't got any writing done the whole.
I made up for it because I worked both holidays. That's all good because I haven't worked either one of those holidays for like 10 years. So
It's about time you do something.
I know. I agree.
But yeah, I know, Chris, we need to figure out a time to sit down and do that world building thing we were talking about.
Absolutely. I need to get back to
I
writing.
still have my
season
questions
stuff.
in my mind. I just haven't done anything with them yet.
Dare elaborate on such world building stuff for the fans.
Top secret. If we told you, we'd have to kill you.
Well, a little bit. As people may or may not recall, Chris opted to bring Z-Bytes into the Ideal Comics universe. And as part of that, we are going to be mapping out the history of how that merger is all going to fit in terms of the timeline. And also get ready to do a special Ideal Comics release of the first issue of Z-Bytes. That'll be available as an e-comic and probably on I don't know. I was going to talk to you guys about something. One of the things that I took on myself to do that, maybe I should have gotten other advice from but I didn't. That I don't know if you guys seen this. In addition to moving the colored version of Forces over to Webtoons, which we have some people following us, which is fun. Hopefully they'll continue to follow us since I wasn't able to update like I wanted to. But anyway, I've also taken some of our stuff and put it up on the Global Comics platform, which some of the stuff is up there for free and some of the stuff is up there where people that are Global Comics members can buy like tokens, and then theoretically we'll get paid per page as people view individual pages.
Interesting.
Very nice.
So I don't know if anyone has read any of our stuff because I'm still figuring out the tools. I know we've had like a number of hits on different pages, but I don't know if any of those are ones that we'll get paid for or not. Because like the first 5 pages of Joe Jobs is up there, and it's like, the first 5 pages are free, but you can read the whole thing. And I'm not sure if anyone's actually read the whole thing or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or if the 24 or 25 views we've had is one person reading the whole book, or if it's like a dozen or like 4 people reading the first 5 pages or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, no.
But
It
I was
doesn't
thinking that would be
can we read numbers on that at all? Like who's read it or anything like that?
Like I said, there are analytic tools on it, but I'm still learning how to figure them out. So, and that all kind of happened at the same time my computer crashed. So I need to like reach out to the tech support and say like, hey, I want to make the most of this. How do I learn X, Y, and Z? And because they've got some support that's built into the site. So, but I haven't utilized any of that yet.
Yeah, right on. Well, that's good though. It's there, so we can take our time, and learn that stuff.
But yeah, so yeah, that's the kind of thing.
Chris, are you working more? Are you just waiting for Matt to get his stuff situated before you get into the more of the old Z bytes, and just kind of like what you're doing right now is probably investing your time in my assets for my game? Like you should. Thank you very much.
Not working on your assets still.
You are always working on my assets. They're most important.
I want to do that project with you. I absolutely do. But no, I've been trying to get my synopsis written up and that kind of stuff for Reese and some of the biographies for the characters and stuff, so we can get that taken care of. But
good.
Kind of been slacking a little bit, and I need to get on it.
No, man, it's good. All in due time. It's start of the year. Seems like everyone's being semi-productive. I think if we just kind of like keep at a decent pace, things get finished.
Yeah, I mean, and a big part of the thing is just like there's only in a lot of ways we have to live our lives for the reals. I know like for Barry and I, we've talked about this. We both want to do this vocationally, but we at the same time have regular vocations that we have to do. So
yeah, no one's making Disney money right now.
Yeah,
maybe Disney money in the beginning when they took the rabbit. Fuckers took the rabbits.
Yeah.
I mean, my first show was good. I sold out and stuff.
Okay, listen, big timer. That's why we brought you on. Yeah. We brought on the talent. That's what we're supposed to do.
Oh.
Check that out.
That's gorgeous. Hasn't helped you too much yet.
Well, we have a negative talent, so right now you've brought us probably closer to the positive talent.
All right. Well, that's good.
We were in the red for a while there. Yeah. So you said you did something, Reese?
Yeah, I'm adding the fades for the
background.
Yeah, and it's fun because it makes the foreground characters pop a little better.
Need some grassy patches.
Yeah.
Grassy. Look at those expressions. Expressions only a mother could love.
That's true.
Yeah.
My mother doesn't even read my comics.
You don't know that. Maybe she has. Maybe someday she'll come up and say, you know what?
I do know she's tried.
See? That's that. So she had to have read them to have tried.
My parents didn't give me any kind of motivation. They didn't want to buy it. They want to read it.
Look, my parents, my work is so bad, my parents won't get on the internet.
That's terrible.
Like, we don't want to be associated with that. Like, you don't come back to us somehow.
So you ruined the internet for your parents?
So Barry, one of the things I put up on Global Comics too is that first day exposition or story.
Oh yeah, I saw that actually.
Yeah, that one's up on Global Comics.
Everybody should read that.
Then this weekend,
I wish you would take it down so I can redraw it. How about that?
If you want to redraw it, then we can actually. The Global Comics platform will actually allow us to do individual edits. I mean, page edits. We can replace them and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you do decide you really, really, really have to recolor it, like
Recolor
a crazy person, we can go ahead and work with that. Actually,
I'll be doing more than recoloring, man. Just saying.
whatever. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But it's also free, so
Oh yeah, I remember.
You talk like that.
There's a thing about
Anything exposition should be read. That's all I'm saying.
it's a fun story.
it's a fun story.
It's one of Chris's.
Wait. One of Laura's? Well, then we need to delete that thing for sure.
No, Lawton.
I know.
Wasn't me.
I know, actually, because I had those characters on it. Chris did.
I told you I haven't given you any talent yet. Besides the one issue of Comic Con.
Ah, so you are holding out still, Chris. We need the positive. Come on.
You don't pay me enough, Barry. All you do is want to fight.
You know what? We pay you plenty. Get something out tonight. I want your hands aching from all the writing you do tomorrow or tonight.
I do handwrite all my stuff first, so it might happen.
Really? That's just poetic, man.
I got a writing notebook, and I write everything on paper first, and then I type it.
Very nice.
I sometimes outline on paper if I'm like going somewhere. Like I'll sit out in the front yard or sit out in a sun chair and outline.
No, all right, whole stories on it.
I go up and sit on the bluffs when I write in the storm.
On waterproof paper.
On waterproof paper.
Waterproofing.
I was trying to be just kind of poetic, but Chris just goes all out and makes me modernly techie.
Yeah, I got this fancy notebook.
Wow.
You see all this crappy handwriting? It's in there.
Yeah, I don't have a notebook that I can find anyway. I have a bunch of small day planners where I put a bunch of notes in, and they're not really organized, but they're notes for my different things, cooking recipes, whatever. And I was taking notes the other day, and all I had was this. This is what I was using, the Academy of Arts thingy sketch. So I was taking notes on that.
That's high quality.
It's getting thin, so I need to get a proper journal or notepad or whatever thing for notes.
One thing that I'm doing too is I end up inevitably finding weird little pieces of the art that I'm not happy with. From we drew like 15 years ago.
Right.
I end up tweaking. Like if you hear Lavor right here, he has a nose, and he didn't in the original. But the next time we drew him with a nose. So
I love the name Lavor.
Lavor, yeah, Lavor, Lavor.
Noses are hard to draw.
That's like a Batman character right there. That's classic.
Yeah, well, he's a lava man. So
that's what I mean, Lavor. Like, yeah.
I hate noses. People don't need noses.
It's like Skeletor or Joker or
okay.
Penguin or
Bane or yeah.
Two-Facer.
Never did like him. I think it's part of the last name or something. I don't know. Last part of the name.
When I type, that's what I use, metal.
Yeah, metal, but yeah, see that's just modern. That's just not, you're just such a modern person. That's just not techie or
used to use Evernote.
There's no poetry to that.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Heck,
that's what I do for my general. Yeah, I use my notes app on my phone.
So check this out also.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hey, is that fan art I see?
Yes, it is.
Very nice.
It's Nicholas Mueller's Demon Hunter Raven facing off against our Demon Priest.
Yeah. Very nice.
Get that Demon Hunter Raven stuff. I still want to order some.
Yeah. He's
well, this one
campaign's closed, but I think it's at a Gumroad site.
Yeah. But I checked out some of it, some of the samples, and I was like, man, I love it. It's great.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. I'm actually working on a secret project for him. So
Nice.
Very nice.
He met his
Poems,
he has
huh?
poems in his Google Docs.
I have a lot of things in my Google Docs, but poems are not one of them.
Better write one.
Get it right. I'm sorry.
I have
I
one
will
published.
start writing about myself.
That
Oh,
was
it's
the first thing I ever
dark
got
outside, and yet
One poem.
I am
published,
sunny.
first one.
but yeah, I actually forgot when I was putting this together I was going to have a dialogue with it, and I didn't. I forgot to put that on there, so
like a
I'll
little
probably
bit
tweak it a lot again before I upload it to Instagram.
So you
of nice,
talked
a
about
little,
Nicholas
little bit of
Cage.
back and forth, huh? You mean a dialogue between the two characters right here on the skit?
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
What words would they use?
Die on guard. No, you.
I am a Inigo Montoya. You killed my father.
Let's see your hands. I'll show you my hands. You futuristic cyborg Jedi knockoff.
Whoa! You took it too
That was
far.
kind of specific, wasn't it? Sorry.
Wearing a suit now.
No, it's cyborg.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not writing enough. I definitely need to get
You know,
back to writing.
poetry is metal, but a lot of days, well, I'm a critical person on poetry because it seems like these days, because I'm on Instagram probably more than I should be, but there is a lot of good poetry out there, but there's a lot of poetry that's just thy love thyself more than thy anything, thy damn self, or anything else ever. I mean, it's just, it definitely fits with the modern theme of self-love. But poetry in general is just great, and yeah, it's powerful and good stuff. It's leg day, apparently.
Words.
Every day's leg day.
No, you gotta work the other parts out too, man.
What's that? What's that, Chris?
So you gotta work out other parts too, man. I mean, I know you're walking all the time, but
No, leg day.
I see you walking all the time.
I need it.
I even ran into you once.
Yeah, I know. But there are witnesses, so I'd leave you alone.
Yeah.
Damn it.
You came in my neighborhood.
Like, you guys are always there, though. Like, I mean, it's apartments, so I guess it makes sense.
We have an apartment there
Oh, like a
because we can't go to the office for breaks.
makes sense. Be right back.
Now it's just the bearded ones left.
Yep. Well, he's got a beard. He just doesn't wear it very often.
Right. Yeah, it's there. See, you should grow out your beard. Barry. Jeez.
What happened?
You
Come on, beard.
should grow out your beard.
I have a beard. It's not like I shaved it like a month ago. About a month ago. It was pretty crazy up until the beginning of December.
I can't keep mine that much. But when I was in Wyoming, I had a big old bushy beard.
Yeah, it was. I let that sucker grow, man. It was good.
Barry looks like some sort of whaler when he lets his beard go, though.
I do all the gray and the lines on my
He
beard.
either looks like a whaler or a terrorist. It's
Yeah. Well, if I do the whole shirt behind the head and wrap it up, I could, when my beard, when I have my black beard, dude, everyone, there was a great joke people love to give me about, please don't blow me up if I get mad. Jerks.
He's a terrorist whaler.
Terrorist whaler. Well, you know what? To whales, whalers
That's a
are.
comic book character right there.
Well, I do have or at the end of my name, so I'm not honestly, Metal. I'm not familiar with Silverstein style.
Shel Silverstein. He did Where the Sidewalk Ends.
Oh shit! Never mind. Yeah, I am. Okay.
He also wrote the Unicorn Song.
Yes. Either way, yeah, you should, Metal Man. That's great stuff. It's like a notch up from, I'm sorry, don't hate me, but it's a notch up from Green Eggs and Ham. It's still got that same spirit, but it's got a little more depth to it, a little more heart.
Or does it?
Well, it's not hop on cop.
Ain't no walk it in the pocket.
Whoa, now. The next one.
I love pocket rockets.
I know you do.
So much action. I like it a lot.
Metal, have you been into been getting much of your projects done, or just kind of taking it easy the last couple months? It's been a while since I've had a chance to talk to you.
Dude, Metal's always working on something.
I know he is. That's why I'm asking.
He shames us.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of time.
Like 5 things at once. Since Chris is slacking, I have to ask Metal.
Yeah, replace me.
Replace me.
Well, I don't want to replace anyone, but I do want to get more people to the club.
I mean, I can get people to join the club. I don't know if they're going to be good, but
It's not a term really.
If you
like actually, like nowadays, it's just like kind of a verbal saying club. But like back in the day, clubs were actually the thing, right?
You mean like going to the dance club? You mean?
The gentleman's club or the clubhouse, or
yeah, that's true.
Nowadays that's something that's kind of gone by the wayside.
Clubs did used to exist, I suppose.
Yeah,
it's one way of looking.
Sorry, I know I like to break a move down just like Reese and anybody else, but that wasn't what I was thinking.
I was thinking like I used to have a Yu-Gi-Oh card club when I was in school.
See, a card club.
One of our teachers let us use their room, and we got together after school.
I think that's probably can still probably still exist in school settings.
Not so
outside of school, more or less, no.
Except for maybe soccer clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's all sorts of sports ball clubs. That's true.
But way back in the day, or even how far back, but there's still a golf club, but there was gentlemen's clubs and such. There were much more when you were doing a thing.
Well, I mean, I think that some of that exists in the Rotary is still a thing, right? The Rotary Club, that's still a thing.
Is it really? Okay.
So they're not as popular as they used to be, but they do still exist.
I guess it's been replaced more or less with different.
They're all fraternities now.
Fraternal organizations.
Yeah.
And there used to be a prerequisite if you were going to be in business in a local community. There was no way you could do that and not be, part of the Rotary or whatever.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But that's not true anymore.
Nope.
And it hasn't been for a really long time.
Yeah, it's been different venues for sure.
It was a different time then.
Looking back on my younger days.
It's like my son saw a wall phone once, and he's like, "What is that?" It's like, "It's a phone. We used to be attached to that cord. It couldn't go much further."
Was it a rotary phone or just a
regular wall phone?
Yeah, just there was dial.
Then I blew his mind when I told him we couldn't be on the internet and the phone at the same time.
Yeah,
he was like, "What?"
Yeah. A lot of foreign countries still have a lot of phone booths and public phones yet.
I think that's one thing about living in the future that just blows my mind. Seriously, I just still can't get my head around is the idea that payphones don't really exist anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, here anyway. I mean, obviously they exist, elsewhere or whatever, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
I mean, they were around when I was younger, but not as prominent as they were before that. Even I heard. So
Yeah. When me and Matt were young, they were around all over the place.
oh yeah.
I
Even
remember some being at Walmart, and then there was one at the gas station down here in Minutair. And those are the only two ones I remember.
Yeah.
I remember phone booze, like the old style from the Superman cartoons, even. You know?
Oh yeah.
I've never seen one of those.
Those really. Yeah, those were all like. Those were.
You're such a child.
Jesus, Matt.
Could just 10,
You're so damn young, kid.
When I was your age.
Have some culture to your memory.
When I was your age, there weren't really phone booths anymore. They already gone away by the time I was your age.
Right.
Yeah, they were gone by 2010. That stuff was pretty much gone.
Yep.
No more fracking.
I
They turned my light off.
saw that.
Google, turn the light on.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
You have to go. Chris. I never had a I never really had a pager that I used. I had one for
I had an uncle
a
that did
job, but it
that
was just
thing.
I left it in the truck all the time, so I never really used it outside the job, I guess.
My uncle used that thing a lot. He had one.
My dad had one. Yeah, my dad had one that he used for up until like 2010, I think. No, but he had the same cell phone that he's had since probably at least 2012.
Right.
What?
Yeah, they won't. My parents are not. They refuse technology, and not the good way, unfortunately. Just
My older sister, I'm pretty sure she still has the first iPhone. She's still using it.
wow.
I'm like, what? You need to upgrade.
I'm pretty sure they stopped supporting.
I don't think I knew you had an older sister.
Yep. One older, two younger. Well, with the adopted sisters, I got one older and 5 younger.
Yeah.
Nice.
I knew you had a bunch of little adopted sisters, but
Yeah, there's 3 of the ones that got adopted, and then I had 2 younger sisters before that, and then my one older sister.
I have to ask because I've been thinking about lately. Has anyone seen the new Wonder Woman movie?
I have not.
watched it last week, or this last weekend, yeah.
Yeah. Can you give us a good, trusted breakdown of it, Chris, without spoilers?
Maybe.
Is it worth it in your opinion? I've
was
heard
worth
mixed
it.
reviews. I'm not sure what Reese's like. I like the first Wonder Woman. I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything about this one. I don't know what the deal is.
The first one was great. This one,
Yeah.
I mean, it was good,
Mhm.
but I was pretty disappointed in the way the ending in that it wasn't as big as the first one. It was not that cool. And
Did it seem
storyline
like
was
they
a
didn't know
little
what to
bit.
do with it?
What's that?
Did it seem like they just didn't know what to do with the ending?
Maybe. Yeah, I didn't really think about it like that, but yeah, it might have been something like that.
It's interesting. Yeah, that's a lot going around lately with especially Marvel Marvel, but Star Wars and these big companies that want trilogies and want these huge empires of movies. That's built-in money factory, but when that kind of what happened to DC essentially to Warner, right now it's not really possible. So
It wasn't near as action packed as the first one.
really,
Yeah.
that's weird. Because the 80s, man, that's all obviously was not really the 80s spirit, was it? Because that's all the 80s were either just insane heavy drama or action, like shooting up a cocaine dealer and stuff. I was hoping that Wonder Woman would beat up somebody and steal a Uzi and shut up a cocaine dealer or two.
Yeah, I didn't really. I don't know. I'm at the point really where I don't know, man. I just don't care.
Well, I get that, but if they do a good movie,
it's I don't really. What I mean is, I don't have any interest in seeing Wonder Woman 84. I was really stoked about it until June, maybe, and something happened in May or June, and I don't have any interest in seeing it. I was really keen to see.
So COVID took your love of Wonder Woman.
Movies altogether. It's something about it. I was really keen to see Bill and Ted's, and I still haven't seen it yet.
I enjoyed it. You know, it was
Well, and I hear good things about it, right?
Yeah,
I'm not trying to say
it-
it's bad, but like when everyone's like, "Oh, hey, did you hear about this next thing that they're doing with the Thingamy, the next DC movie? It's going to be great." And I'm like, "Nah, Hollywood has a chance. I couldn't care less."
I am. I'm not there.
I've got to
I
give it a
think-
chance. Like,
Yeah, like that's what sucks is you can say, well, that's Hollywood. Their whole thing is just to make shitloads of money, right? There's no like this, disguising it. Really, like, if you're naive and don't know, Hollywood's there not very very only thinly veiled to keep something like wholesome in any way. Like they're there to make money and wow you.
right.
One thing that movies, especially the superhero genre, does is they're full of a bunch of wow factor. You usually, when we first got the first few waves, 10 years ago, there was a lot of depth to this popcorn movie we got. There was a lot, and that was what was so great about it. There was a lot of humanity to these movies. Now, and as it goes on, they've gotten cheaper. Like not only like
Yeah.
Well,
not only like depth wise, but also like the movies, the production costs, they've actually spent less because they know they haven't built an audience already.
well, and see, I think part of it for me is like Marvel shot themselves narratively in the foot
Wow.
so hard.
Yeah.
And DC came out blowing the back of its own skull off, right? Its very first movies were just suicidal in the spirit underneath them.
Do you mean like this? Are we speaking like just the way they were handled, or just
everything about it? I mean, like the Man of Steel was a legacy killing film.
Yeah,
right?
No, it was
the first one.
What's so funny? Yeah, what's so funny is how do you split a fan base of Superman, right? Like the most of fans are too young. Like the ones that liked it were too young to really know Superman nowadays.
Well, and for me, when it first came out, I hadn't really it's a lot of wow factor. I mean,
there's a lot of wow factor in it.
That's what Zack Snyder does is wow factor. He's style without substance. I mean, that's just what the dude is.
Well, yeah, his movies are like long music videos, which is entertainment.
That is an excellent way to explain it.
They're very entertaining.
And I honestly think, I'm thinking about it, and maybe one of the things that really killed it for me was the Snyder cut, so called, because it was so obvious that there was no Snyder cut, and they greenlit something that didn't exist and lied about it to gin up, the fan base.
It was some ass kissingness. It was very. I don't know about it.
It was so obvious pandering.
Yeah, it's pandering.
I was pretty well not on board with this. I mean,
well, how many years later? 8 years later.
I loved Aquaman, mostly, with the exception of the Pitbull song. I loved Aquaman.
There was a lot of bad about Aquaman, but it was very to Aquaman, and it was fun.
Yeah, it was super fun, and there was.
They didn't try to make huge messages in Aquaman. They
just put the story, right?
Yeah, they just kind of said, "Hey, here's Jason Momoa. He's a badass. Here's a beautiful."
Dolph Lundgren was fun. Yeah. My God, he was great.
Yeah,
and Patrick, what's his bucket, was great.
Oh yeah,
and Nicole Kidman was decent, and Morrison. What is the dude who plays his dad?
Oh yeah.
I can't remember his first name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The Kiwi fellow. Anyway, he was awesome. Yes. It was just, there was so much good in that movie, and I'm really glad I saw it, and I have no interest in watching the sequel. None. Really? And I just don't. And I liked Shazam. Okay.
Shazam was real. That was real. It was very much kids will like Shazam. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But it wasn't It was like
And parts of it-
it didn't feel like a feature film, and there
Well,
was
and
really
parts-
cute
like-
smartness to it.
Well, I won't even say that because it felt very much in the same kind of cinematic vein as like Meteor Man or like it was a kids movie. It was well done. A lot of the acting was decent. Some of it was great.
Mhm.
But what got me about it, like the more it ate on me, the more and more I was able to forgive it when I first saw it, and I bought it, and I
Uh-huh.
watched it after I bought it. But in the back of my mind, this ate on me was Jeff Johns' mistreatment of Dr. Savannah, right? Because it was from John's story, and I'm pretty sure Dan DiDio like dictated, we want Superman to be science fiction, we want Shazam to be magic, so everything has to be magic.
Yeah.
Dr. Savannah is the stereotypical mad scientist.
Science guy.
You-
Yeah. So
When you take the mad scientist, because he's supposed to be counterpoint,
yeah,
so-
he was. Yeah. Magic
So-
versus science.
magic versus science, and it was supposed to be like altruism versus like selfish motivation, right?
I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't. And honestly, I'll say right now, anyone else can get on board with this. I don't know jack about Shazam.
I didn't know, but so I love the.
You know, I enjoy. Like, I remember someone had. I don't know if it was my grandparents or what.
It's
but
Captain Marvel.
someone had a. Yeah, I know. It's
I
yeah,
did know
it's
that.
Marvel. But someone had a whole old binder of all these old clippings of Shazam from the Sundays
Ooh,
that I read through when I was younger, and that's what I knew Captain Marvel from because I didn't know who the shit Shazam was.
that's awesome, though, man.
Yeah, it was really cool. I didn't know. I didn't treat it very good. It wasn't mine, but I was like, okay, this is cool. I'm looking through it. I was young, I was like maybe 10. But as far as the bald bad guy who's a scientist, that's so close to Lex Luthor.
Yeah, Lex Luthor's ripped off of him.
Yeah, and that's why I would say like I wish they would have chose somebody else, and I can't give it a counter like a who else because I don't know enough about Shazam.
Yeah.
Right. I know you do, man. I'm just saying like
Well, and one of the things
for me, I don't know enough. So that's why I would want. I want somebody else. Like even
one of the things that separated Savannah from Luthor in the comics was that Savannah was like the father of 4 children, right?
So he's
so-
a guy.
So he was, and like his whole thing was that human beings were too stupid, and so he was going to rule them all because they deserve to be ruled because human beings are so stupid. The rest of the human race is just idiots.
Okay.
And he was kind of like a Doctor Doom thing where you're like, I can solve the world's problems if you just listen to me. And since you won't, I'm building a giant ray gun from my house on Venus to shoot you all. Because he got so mad at the U.S. government, he relocated his family to Venus.
Well, Venus is beautiful. After the traveler terraformed it, it was gorgeous.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it with it is like, I mean, like that's the kind of thing that was in the Captain Marvel book, like that kind of. So there was one point where Captain Marvel goes to Venus to try to catch him because he'd like done some sort of crime.
Mhm.
And he's like, well, now that I know where he is, I'll get Dr. Savannah and put him in jail. And Dr. Savannah got up there and he's like, what are you doing? He's like, well, I've come to take you to jail. And he's like, does Venus have an extradition treaty with the United States? And like, well, no. Well, I'm the king, so get off of my planet.
That's awesome.
And so he kicked him in the. So Savannah,
Chris,
who's like dwarfy old dude, kicks him in the butt. And Shazam is like, Wisdom of Solomon. He's right. I don't have a legal claim to be here, so he has to fly back to Earth.
Yeah. Per this Wisdom of Solomon, you have to, Chris.
And so-
that's my point.
and
Chris,
so, like,
is
So
saying
Savannah
great kids movie.
beats Captain Marvel on a technicality, and it's hilarious.
I mean, how much more villainy do you have to be like imitating a lawyer?
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Pretty villainish.
Yeah.
And so I mean, that's the kind of thing that like if they were going to do Savannah, there's lots of fun stuff they could have done with it. Or if they wanted to do like the evil demon thing that they ended up doing with it,
Right.
there actually is already a character powered by demons called Sabak, who is powered by six demons and gods.
So they took that from Sabak pretty much.
Hmm?
Did they wasn't that like how many they fought was 6 demons?
Well, there was a 7 deadly sins,
Oh, was it okay?
but yeah,
yeah.
the Seven Deadly Sins in Captain Marvel books were different than the way they did it in the movie. The movie and Jeff Johns' comic were a little more like Sabac's origin than they were like the Seven Deadly Sins.
Okay.
And so
But yeah,
they sort of like took it and said, well, if we were going to make an idiot's version, what would it look like? And the one thing that the movie did better than the New 52 series is that the movie made Billy good, and Billy wasn't good in the series. He was just there. And that bugged me because in the old comic, the reason Billy was the champion of Shazam
because he was good hearted
was because he was the best kid on earth, right? He'd been living.
They did that good with, the movie did that good because like the kid was a good heart. Like he was kind of like they did the smart thing where he's like not like the little kiss ass BS kid, but he did good, and he did what he had to do also.
Yeah. Well, and he was learning more about being good, and I think they
but he wasn't like like there are times that you do have to break the rules no matter who you are or what you are.
Well, and I mean, I think part of it was a really good to see that whole learning curve was fun.
Yeah, that was good. That was they did a good job. They did like I remember originally when there was rumors floated that it was a superhero big, and it kind of was. And I think they did a good job with that. That's a good equation. I think a good reference. Chris is saying like how the kids loved it, and
I just learned more about Shazam from Reese than I did from the movie.
Right? No shit.
Thanks, Reese.
Well, I really like Captain Marvel. He's a fun character.
Now I want to read some of that, definitely.
Well, and I would actually recommend it. And even they did if you can get your hands on some old World's Finest from the 70s, they had a routine of reprinting some of the 50s Captain Marvel adventures in the 70s World's Finest.
That's smart. That is smart.
Because one of the things that happened is that Fawcett ended up getting sued by DC in the 50s because Captain Marvel was the most best-selling cape book.
Yeah.
And they're both beefy black-haired dudes. So so DC
sued him so they could just tie him up because they knew they had more money, and that's all it was.
What Fawcett ended up doing is Fawcett ended up shuttering their whole comic division because of it.
Yep.
And then
tied him up.
DC came in a couple years later and bought up all their properties.
Yep.
And so then they owned Captain Marvel, their number one. DC in the 40s and 50s did some super shady stuff.
Oh, tons. Like that whole thing was just complete dirt. And like everyone knew, and every writer, everyone who's reported on that, that's all they did. They just had more money, so they tied him up. Mm-hmm. And Fawcett was already there were some things going on, but Captain Marvel was more popular than Superman.
Yeah, they was one of the superhero books that wasn't negatively affected by the end of World War II. Yeah,
exactly. So. And he also had the child built in. Mm-hmm. That's why Superman had to go and have all these younger. And everyone did.
Jimmy
Olsen, and Batman did Robin, and all these other people did all these younger kids in their movies or in their comics. Yeah. Back to that tangent. It was good though. I'm still interested. I'll still they're not big to me. I'm glad that we've got the movies that we've gotten, and it's been wonderful because for 30 years, I'll say, every once in a while we get a few Batman movies and maybe a Superman movie or a Spider-Man movie, but that was all we got, growing up. When comics were actually important and cared about. It's funny that now that we're getting the movies about these comic book characters and the comics are getting shit on and no one really cares about them except for the hardcore fans.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I think they need to make the live
and then the new fans, which don't really exist.
Well, and that's the thing is, I want to steal those fans.
What's that?
My thing is, I want to steal those fans.
Well, yeah, the fans that are fans are the fans that really aren't fans. They're fans because they say, "Oh, I love this, and I want to bitch about it because I'm saying fans. I'm sorry, it's negative, but I'm saying the fans that simply are on the internet and they want to make it about them, and this is where they're going to vent their unhappiness about.
Yeah, there's definitely something to be said for that.
That's a lot of that. unfortunately, right now, especially in comics. 'Cause comics, and Star Wars too. A lot of that stuff, same stuff. They're they're fans. I guess we fans of the 15 minutes. Short entertainment, shallow entertainment. But if you like the movies, good enough for you, I guess.
I
Chris,
just wish they do as good on the live action as they do on the animated movies because those are phenomenal.
There is definitely something to be said for that.
yeah, they're not that great.
Shut up, Barry.
There's a lot of some of the DC movies or for the cartoon ones are really fun and good.
They're all really good. I mean,
There's not any really writing to them. Like there's no depth. There's more of a
Well, I mean, part of it is they're just sort of carbon copied from the comics.
right.
So,
Well, even less so. But yes, they're
a lot of us who have already seen what I'm saying though is a lot of us who have already seen those stories were like, yeah, I already watched this.
Yeah, I already read this.
Yeah, and
But
or
even
then you're
then,
inevitably
they're
like
not-
just comparing it to the other thing you liked better to begin with. So
I have ran into that on a couple of them. Like, oh yeah, well I knew this already.
And I don't mind seeing that. I don't mind if you're taking in a year and put them in the cinema, but there's still like some of the just the way they play the characters off of each other still is not well written, more or less, or the plot. The way they decide to move the plot forward there's a lot of holes and lots of especially nowadays. But
or Paul Dini.
not-
just
like
decides-
versus, let's say for example, and me and Metal, I think Chris have even talked about this, but versus anime, where most anime movies or most anime, it's just the writing is as awesome as the art is in the cinema, the writing is even better,
Yeah, they're right.
and the depth is even better, and the respect and the handling of these properties are it's like tenfold.
Yeah,
So, and that's just.
we could take a
I think
page
that's
from
where we're
everything.
at, and that works, as long as Warner and DC and Disney makes money off these things, they're going to keep on doing this crap.
Yeah,
well, and maybe that's part of my secret motivation.
And that makes sense. Yeah, that's there's a lot of people that have been the people that were really championing, oh my god, these movies are great, and I'm excited for the next ones. A lot of those people don't even do the reviews. They will when they come out, because that's how some people make their money, right? Like reviews on YouTube and other platforms, and it'll be topical and they'll address it. But a lot of the lead up to that, a lot of lead up to a lot of things before the fan crash, I'll say, happened. There was whole years built of actual exciting, people doing reporting, looking for things, and just interaction with tons of fans and just tons of honest podcasting and honest reviews and shows. Not just well, this is popular, so I'm going to hit it here for this month, and then I'll move on to something next week.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm not sure how long you were planning on going with this.
couple
It
days.
is getting late here where I'm at.
Couple of days.
Yeah, marathon. Got to
Hey,
catch up
Chris.
for the times we missed.
Well, all right then. I'm gonna put the coffee on.
So, Chris, before we go, let's talk scheduling for the thing. Do you want to hit next Wednesday or next Tuesday at the draw together? What are you feeling?
I'll definitely get the draw together. So
Because
There you go.
maybe we we could work on it at the draw together, and then we can just do that. Then I don't know. What do you think?
I think that'd probably be best since I know I always make time for that. So I'll be there. We'll be there at the same time. So
Same danger channel, same danger place.
Danger Mouse.
Bat Channel.
Christian.
Man, I missed that show. I haven't watched that show in 30 years.
That's almost how long I've been alive.
Shut up, Chris.
Add 2 more years to that, and that's where I'm at. I'll hit
Yeah.
33 this
That's
year.
true, Chris. Walker. And that's part of where our that's just our society. We crave entertainment, which is really unhealthy in a lot of ways. It's just where we've gotten, but
Yeah, they're gonna keep releasing crap until we all decide
Yeah,
not to
well,
watch it.
Yep, until people find out that you know what, I can do better things with my times.
I don't have to read your crappy comics. I'll make my own crappy comics.
That's another thing.
So, hey, for those of you guys who are still watching, which I think is just Chris and me and Chris.
I think. Well, is the metal song? We had.
I think the metal jumped to go over to Rick Piper's stream. I saw that it went live.
I don't know who that is, but I like Rowdy Piper. So hey, all right, Rick.
Oh, he's a Canadian comicer.
Okay.
Anyway,
do they do that stuff there? Do they? They don't have. Dude, they are not literate. Don't do that.
But anyway, what I was saying.
I'm horrible. Sorry.
Is check us out, idealcomics.net. This week, I'm going to be getting on the site and adding links to our global comics page, as well as the webtoon colored versions of Forces that I'm coloring on stream here.
He is, and they're looking very good. And Captain Baron von Zemo right there looks wonderful.
Baron von Strichter, Barry.
I know, but I want to kind of, because you know what, he was a damn good villain.
Baron Zemo
in the movie.
Yes, he was.
A lot of heart to that.
It's actually probably the best villain
by far. I mean, Loki's pretty awesome, but
Loki's kind of an anti-hero.
Very different, very different.
But what I was going to say though is I can't remember the dude's name. The Australian guy who was Agent Smith. His Red Skull, you know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, Agent Smith.
Yeah, was very good at the Red Skull.
Hugo Weaving, sorry.
Hugo Weaving, thank you. He was very good as the Red Skull.
Yeah. I don't know.
Red Skull's kind of a one-hit wonder, but I think they did a really good job of him in that.
Yeah, it was great. Good stuff. Chris, thank you again for joining us. Chris Ryder, I don't care about you. I'll mute you again, by the way.
Yeah, we'll be back next week.
Tell your friends. Look forward to seeing you guys next Tuesday at Draw Together, and then we'll do the podcast, and hopefully see everyone else. So,
and if you want to follow me on Twitter at MD Reese.
Yeah, Reese burns up the Twitter. Reese, you have your show on Thursdays.
Thursdays. I don't have my guests lined up for this week. I thought I did, but I was wrong. And I think my theme is going to end up being, what am I doing wrong? I'm going to try to get some other indie comics.
Well, let me get writing the list here for you.
It's going to be a long podcast.
I think I'm going to try to get some, if I can get some of my other folks to come on and critique Ideal Comics, I think is what I want to do with this week.
Next week, if you, I'm not going to make that joke, but
yeah. Anyway, I will say
it sounds like a fun show.
Yeah, hopefully, I will say that next week, I've got the teams for Common America and Rags coming on to talk about pop culture references. And also Jack Irons, Cody Fernandez from Jack Irons coming on to talk about pop culture references in comics, and that'll be next week's show.
Let's be real, guys. That's gonna be a short show. There is few and far between any pop culture anything in comics. What is this crap? Goodbye.
Comics is pop culture.
Oh, yeah, I'm ending it. That's so funny. I'm out.
Later.
Have a good day.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.